so you can watch live and drop your comments, respond to any of the headlines, and also send in your WhatsApp messages. Very important, 0809 030 where we take the most that we can. We can never be able to take all the WhatsApp messages, same way we can't take all the calls, but we'll do our best to take the most that we can with the time that we have available. A commercial is coming next. After the commercial, we come back and take your calls. Stay tuned. name is Ifeami Andrew, by the way, and it's still the newspaper review segment on the Morning Crossfire. All right, let's get your response to some of the headlines, whether it's on the news or the newspapers that we have looked at. I think so far, the Vanguard and the Punch. Let's see if we can see a few headlines on The Nation. Let's take some of them before we get on to the phone lines. On Facebook, it is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. On X, it is Nigeria Info PH. Okay, so on The Nation newspaper, this one says, Shuaibu can't destabilize my government, says Obaseki. That's the situation in Edo State. We shut down NAF jet. Group claims responsibility. You want to know which group that is? Get to the Punch newspaper, the Nation newspaper. This one says, Tinubu, petrol price won't go up. Subsidy removal stays. All right. Living wage coming soon. Speaker Abbas assures Nigerians. All right, let's wait and see how these will work out. You want to find out more? The Nation newspaper is where you go to. In the meantime, we'll be going to the phone lines shortly, but then let's take a few messages on WhatsApp first. I'll just say 2-3 minutes of WhatsApp messages. Good morning. Patrick Amadi says, fire in Mount 3 market. Let those affected take heart. This fire service are not helping the country. Let the new government look into it very well. I think we don't need to blame the fire service completely. We also have to look at how much investment has been made into the fire service. How much investment? When you hear the commandant tell you they have only one truck operational, one, it means we do not take it seriously. We are waiting for when there's a fire before we begin to work. These things were set up, it's an emergency, so you do not wait till the emergency comes. It's like paying insurance. You do not wait until when you want to die or you are sick before you now want to go and pay the insurance. You pay the insurance regardless of whether you are well or sick until the day an emergency comes up, then there's somewhere to go to. That's what like the fire service is. So the government should have a budget. Money should be put in there regularly, maintenance, salaries, every other allowances and benefits that people who work there should get. They should be getting it, whether there's a fire or not. Because the day a fire would come and you would need them, it might be too late if that's when you want to go and get a truck, buy a truck, pay this or pay that. It can't work. So we have to be prepared. Greetings. It's a shame and disgraceful that the Rivers State Fire Service unit is still in comatose state. I sympathize with the victims. Aboyo Kinsley from Rumokuta. The Mount 3 market fire outbreak should be thoroughly investigated because from my investigation, the fire started at about 10:30 a.m. when all traders are supposed to be inside the market. All right. We'll still look into it. What's your name? Hemadu Charles sent in that message. This person says, unfortunate that the Nigerian government is more concerned with Niger coup when our country is in deep economic crisis. Too bad. Christian Williams from Igweche, you sent that one in. And this person says, good morning. Blessed from Alu says, fire got destroyed parts of Mount 3 market and no response from fire service in the state, and appealing to the state government to do the needful. Traders should be compensated, and I think that's a good thing. Traders need to be compensated. It matters like this. And I think the traders also should learn, take advantage of insurance companies, traders in markets. There are very small packages that you can even take advantage of from insurance companies, and you'll be paying. When they tell us these things, you should have learned. You don't wait to be beaten twice. This is not the first time we're having these fire incidents in markets in Rivers State, and people keep shouting. Go to insurance companies, have an insurance plan, get a broker, let them explain to you how this thing works, so that you know that when you have issues like this happen, you will not be worried. You already have a backup somewhere to take care of all of these problems, and you can start up your business again. But people would not listen. People will not listen. The woman crying, if you listen to the news, it was so touching. But ask her if she had been told about insurance. Did she do it? I'm pretty sure she said, I beg, these people just waste of money. Today, a sad incident has occurred. You have seen the importance of having that insurance. Very important. These women in the markets, all of you, try. Please, don't wait. Since the government's fire service is not working as they should work, you are not sure of the compensation from the government that will come. You are not sure. Let's be honest. We don't know how much it will be. The local government chairman has said he will do something about it, right? According to the market chairman. We didn't hear it from the local government chairman directly. So we don't know whether or not it will come. And if it will come, how it will be distributed is also another question that you don't know. But if you have your insurance sorted out, all of this would not matter. Let's get to the phone lines. Susie is in Erema. Susie, good morning. Straight to the point, please.
Yeah, good morning, Andre.
Go ahead.
The issue of the civil servants requesting for more buses. Well, it's important that when government make policy, the policies are meant for people. And where the people also feel otherwise, they talk about it and the government will look out for it and then do a re-evaluation for what they have done. Don't forget that the position of that bus is actually a contingency issue, even while we say we should do more. To that extent, I want to believe that. Andrew, your radio station is a private sector here in Rivers State, and people have been doing so much for us here. I also believe that we have leaders of thought as far as Rivers State is concerned. Could you imagine, suppose this issue of financial crunch and fuel subsidy thing is happening within election period? You will see political actors, political parties, like what happened in UST. Somebody went to pay school fees for students. Some people are buying buses. Some people are buying petrol for these people, for Keke people. What is happening to political parties, leaders, to also help and aid the government of Rivers State by providing buses for citizens of the state? Must it be during election that will begin to do competition where people will go to the market to say, I intervened when market was caught fire and all of that? They should also help, even though the government is in all of that. We also are stakeholders. I am also doing same in my own local government for talking to students about autism and all of that. People should do something
Susie,
to help this government.
Thank you very much. Good news in Mount 3. Good morning to you. I think Susie has a point, by the way. Good news, good morning. Yes.
Let me add my voice from the my side that got it. I think it was something else. What my eyes saw was something else. I was part of the person that put calls on the fire service. My brother, I later realized myself that I was wasting my time. And because all these years, even right from the former governor of Wiki till now, nothing like fire service. Sometimes the thing came about, we talked about fire service seriously, that the former commissioner for special duties, not the local government chairman for Okana, Barriere Thomas, came and was defending fire service that they have done this, they have done that. And we asked simple questions, he couldn't answer. He fumbled himself out of the studio. Now, look at what is happening again. I don't know how we'll continue listening. This Rivers State, the thing that concerns other people are not concerning the government. That look at civil servants talking about the bus palliative. These are the buses that we are used during the COVID-19. What about the one that Matthew used during the mission time? Those funds are nowhere to be found. And didn't add anyone again. And people are complaining. And yes, they say there's no palliative. And so we go there. So talk when you talk. Every day they talk. No improvement. Hi, my name is Good. This is from Port Harcourt.
All right, good news. Thank you very much. Ida is in Koro. Good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
Good morning.
I want to talk about the palliative bus. The one applying Borokere at Loma. Those guys are trying. They're not from Koro. Because always I come to Borokere houses. They are really trying. And they are overloading these buses. And I want to plead with civil servant that His Excellency, the Golden Governor of the State, to provide more buses so that suffering will stop. But we are applying all these areas, and they are coming up early. You will see them every day by day. Both and they go about 10 times. They are really tired. I want to commend them. And Bola Tinubu, please bring the price of fuel down. Not to keep it like this. Bring it down so that people, to suffer people. You are suffering people. People are suffering too much. It's not good. Thank you very much. God bless you.
All right, Frank is in D-line. Hello, Frank. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Andrew.
Yes, go on, Frank.
Let me talk about the killing of teachers in Plateau State. That is a very ugly incident. It's not good. The issue of insecurity in northern state is palatable. Yeah, and it's not good. Every day we are killing. It's one thing that they are killing. High price of fuel and other commodities. And people are still behaving as if they are killing fowls in the village. Well, that is like another change. It's not good. Then for the issue of the Maitre market fire incident, it's a very bad issue. So I'm begging for the local government as he has promised to compensate them. Let him do so. Even our state governor, Alabo Opus and the please go and compensate them. The condition we find ourselves now is not something we will leave them behind. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. Uche Ken is on the line from Iche. Iche, good morning.
Andrew, good morning.
You're welcome.
Yes, let me look at River State Waste Management. Say they are aware of the smell at Obrikwe Waste Dump, and fumigation hasn't ceased from there. It's okay. I commend them for that. On another development, also, I want to ask them, Rewama, if they are also aware of the smell at Elio's dump site, does fumigation goes on there too? Please, Rewama, my knees are on the ground. Those living within Rupoku, Rumokoro, Elio's, anything Rumo, or within Elio's houses are suffering, mainly each time it rains. Since yesterday, Rewama, please come to our aid. Since yesterday, it has been something else. You can't breathe well. It looks as if the thing has turned to perfume itself in all your rooms if you are living within those houses. Then finally, federal government denied plan to increase pump price, and they also said fuel price won't go up, but subsidy removal stands. This morning I want to say something critically. When it comes to fuel increase, of a pump price increase, I want everybody that is hearing the sound of my voice to note that fuel subsidy or fuel increase has nothing to do with political party. As such, everybody should condemn the act of rising up, coming down. And when federal government told us that the fuel price won't go up, are they saying we are comfortable with 590 naira per liter? Are they saying the country is comfortable with 620 per liter? This
all
is
right,
uncomfortable
thank
to
you
all
very
of
much
us.
for your contribution. Thank you, but we're already out of time there. I think very valid thing we should think about is what is it that the government wants to do now to ensure that petrol price doesn't go up and subsidy removal remains? What is that thing it's going to do now that it did not do that time, so that the price of petrol would have stayed down even as they removed subsidy? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Because the government is saying now that, don't worry, the price of petrol is not going to go up, it's still going to remain here, but we're not reversing the petrol subsidy removal program, right? So what is that thing that you want to do now to ensure that price stays that where it is, that did not happen before when subsidy was removed, that brought the price to 500 and whatever it is now, 600 and whatever it is now in some places? That's the question. Justice in Omudioga, good morning.
Hello,
Right.
Andy, good morning.
Yes, Justice, good morning. Go ahead.
Okay, yes, I want to express my sympathy to my three marketers that lost their goods in the fire, on the fire incident yesterday. It's a very sad one, especially now that the economy is very hard. Even to start a business is very difficult. Talk more of losing the one you have to fire. I am very, very sorry to those people. I want to plead to the mayor of Port Harcourt that has promised that the people that suffered the loss should submit their names for financial assistance. Please, this promise should be fulfilled, because no matter how small it is, it will go a long way to cushion the effect of this loss. And secondly, the estate to sanitation scammers say they always carry out maintenance to reduce the smell at the dump. Near that, around that road, as you mentioned this morning on your enhancement. Andrew, I am not sure that man, that information is very correct, because there is no time you pass that place that place is not smelling. That is always smelling. The people living in those are bossy people that are always storing that way to be picking rods, to picking iron. That is even what is making it to smell. Whether it is rainy season or dry season, that place is always smelling. It's even the worst when it rains. I think that place was chosen to be a dumping site because there were no people staying there. But now, at the time now, people have bought land there. There are buildings around that place. It is either effort should be made to make sure that smell doesn't go at the end now, or that dumping site should be relocated to another place, because as it is always smell that is very bad for the health of the people.
All right, Justice, thank you. Point made. I think it's very clear on that one. Because every time I pass that place, I've never seen. So maybe my question would be, how often does the fumigation occur? And is there anybody who monitors the fumigation to be sure that it is done properly and done regularly and when it should be done? Because the management may have released the funds or whatever to do what is needed. Whether the person who is going to do it is going to do it as it should be done is a different ball game altogether. So I think Remama has to go an extra mile to ensure that whatever it is they do to kill the stench from that place is properly done and done regularly, because I have never passed that place and don't need to wind up tight. Like, you know, the wind up. Sometimes it's worse. I would admit other times it's not very bad, the smell, but some other times it is, oh, goodness me. And my next question is, that site, before it was picked, was the plan of this state looked at? If that area is supposed to be a residential area, an industrial area, my concern is that leads to the airport. And if we have such a horrific site along the road and stench coming out of it as well, and then you have visitors, strangers coming into Port Harcourt for the first time, coming from the airport, and they pass through that place, you can only imagine the perception you're giving them and how they are looking at things and what they are thinking. So I think it should be looked at. If it must remain a dump site, then it should be properly fenced. It's a business, for crying out loud. Waste is a business, and it should be made to look that way. Properly fenced, gated. If you need to have whatever you need to do, but make it. Don't make it an eyesore. It shouldn't be an eyesore when you pass there. If we must use that location as the dump site, because I'm also trying to understand the yardstick for that location as a dump site. Abinoye is in Abua. Good morning. All right, let's go to Walter in Rukboku. Walter, good morning to you.
Good morning, Andrew, my brother.
All right, go ahead.
Let me talk on the fire that happened at my trade market.
All right.
Sometimes when we look at government is not ready to help us, we do look away to help ourselves. If I may ask Andrew, my brother, how many traders in that market that has the fire extinguishers? If you ask, nobody. If they have gotten fire extinguishers, each of the traders, I think it will go a long way. Sometimes the fire comes temporarily. It can be solved. Fire extinguisher, the one I mean, not the smaller ones. The sizable ones.
The industrial ones.
Yes, industrial ones. So I am pleading for the union, because I think they have a union there in the market. They should introduce these fire extinguishers, make it compulsory.
All right.
Let me look at the dump. This one before. Andrew, you know, sometimes the weed that stays in the body here, in the night, you hear the odor of this dump. Who owns that place? These are borrow pits where they collected sand for construction of roads. And the owners are, seeing a way to refill it back. That's what I see. That's what I see at that place. No fumigation. Who is the person that tell you that they fumigate that place? That person is telling lies.
Okay, all right.
It's wonderful. You can see, Andrew. Let's look at what to do, because this is pollution. Pollution is stopping people.
All right, Walter.
Imagine from that place to Okodia, got the distance.
Thank you very much. We get your point. But whether it's a lie, we can't tell, because Rwama has come out through its spokesperson to say that they do fumigate and they will continue to fumigate. Now, whether the fumigating is enough, or perhaps we need to apply other means of tackling that problem of stench, that would be another conversation. But to say it's a lie, I do not think that they would want to come out and then just directly say what they have not been doing. Maybe we can question how they do what they have been doing, or how often they do it. John is in Omudioga. John, John, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
Yes, welcome. Good morning to you.
Hello?
Hello, John. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. My sympathy this morning goes to the Maitri traders who their shop was burned yesterday in the fire. You see, when we are talking in the radio, they assume that we are talking too much or we are opposition or we don't like Rivers State government. If you go to Maitri market, now it's 6 o'clock, you will see people collecting money here and here, but they will never take consign to prepare a fire distinguisher to those people that they are collecting money from. If you go to Rivers State government, there is a ministry called Ministry of Social Duty. Where is the money appropriated for the Ministry of Social Duty? Because from 2016, when former governor Nyesom became a governor, there was a budget on that ministry to prepare those set of arms. Essence of that budget is to prepare fire distinguisher to all those shops and tanker and all the rest. If, for instance, if you go to Abuja, Wuse Market, you will see a fire services station in that international market. Because Maitri market is just like international market. But today in Rivers State, you will not see all those things. And those traders paying a heavy tax money every morning, collecting money, sending to local government, from local government to the state. What are they giving to those people back? Secondly, the president of Nigeria says he has no plan to increase the fuel pump price. My brother, I said that in Nigeria here, the president did not promise Nigeria anything. He only said he will keep the ground running. And we are running with the price of fuel, 800 naira, $1, 950 naira, going to 1,000. So Nigeria we have already welcomed and make up our mind that we will see the journey that we are. Thank you this morning.
Thank you, John. Nice, let's go to Koroye in Ozoba. Koroye, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. I talked about the fire incident at my train market. You see, my brother, in 2014, there was a fire that happened in Ahoda, where the fire service for Rivers State went there and their staff lost their life. And at that time, the Rivers House of Assembly said that all the local government, they are going to bring fire station. I was shocked yesterday when a fire service man pronounced that there was only one vehicle in Rivers State. And we have almost about how many tenor of people that have passed, donating billions of naira to other sections. To have important sections like this that have no fire, no equipment, and we are talking. But still is that what we are blaming the government too. When you go to Maitri, you go to upstairs, you will see different type of connection of generator here and there. The chairman of the market cannot monitor this thing. The chairman of the court, they are only to collect their revenue. But to monitor this thing and to this situation of things, it is now it happen, we start to shout. So we'll go to that place and amend the situation. They go to Maitri, go to upstairs, ask what is happening. You look at connection there. Well, it's unfortunate that what happened for them to regain their losses. Thank you very much, please.
Thank you very much, Koroye. That was something that I was also going to point out. See, if you see the wires and how they are connected in these markets, and then the monies that they collect, I don't know if the markets have security people, because I wonder how fire burns for how long, and then the people who are supposed to be securing the market were not aware or didn't know, so that before it gets intense, it would have been put out. Well, there's just a lot of other questions that we should be asked, and everybody has to take responsibility. Wanyawo Bioma Noble says, federal government talking about no further increase of petrol pump price. We told them that we are comfortable. Did you tell them we are comfortable with the current price? I see no reason why Labour cannot speak. This is on Facebook. Ability also says, Tinubu considering temporary subsidy on petrol on landing cost rises. This is what happens when you act before you think. He says subsidy is not coming back, so I don't know where you got that one from, Ability. Larry Spieth says, good morning. Presidential media aid telling us that we are the only West African country buying petrol at lower rates. Why should he compare us to oil-rich nations? All the nations he mentioned, most of them don't have Brent crude. Brent crude. Among the top 10 producing oil country nations in Africa, those guys are not among. So solely means they import. And then you would understand whatever and however well the price will turn out. And even if theirs is high, is it not fair that as Giant of Africa, we decide to say, let us be the first to sell at a very low price? Is it a crime if we decide to do that? Nigeria Info. Let's go for a commercial.
The show continues after this break on Nigeria Info.